Hi everyone, welcome to Trieu Talk number 14. So this Trieu Talk, I want to dive into some things I actually learned about from the experiential marketing conferences I went to virtually last week, and kind of just dive into some technologies that I think can help bring that in-person magic to virtual events. I think this is super important to dive into because I think this is the question for the next year is how can we incorporate in-person magic to virtual events. I think that obviously in the future events that they may be smaller, more personalized, and obviously maybe be a hybrid between virtual and in-person. So before, as always, I want to start off my Trieu tidbit number 14. And so this Trieu tidbit is a pretty popular quote, and it talks about how the richest place on earth is the graveyard. Because it is here that you find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take that first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream. And I just feel like this is such an important quote because I know and I've seen it in a lot of people where they're too scared to follow their dream. And you know, I think like Gary Vee says it best, if you really want to see and really experience regret, go to a nursing home and talk to maybe some people that have, you know, are maybe well beyond their years, and they talk about how they wish they did this and they regret not doing what they would love to do, their dreams. And I think that's something very important to know. And like, if you keep remembering that every day, I think it motivates you and pushes you to follow those dreams, to dream big, and to really try to push yourself as much as you can. And I don't want anyone to settle and be and aim low and just to hit that goal, a low goal when you know it's easy to achieve, instead of dreaming big and going as much as possible. And yes, you may not achieve it exactly how you want it to be, but at least you tried. And so I just think this is so important to emphasize to everyone, because I think that once you start dreaming, you stop living. So I just want to encourage everyone to keep being dreamers and to do everything you can to achieve it. So again, I want to dive into a few technology platforms that I found that could help bring that in-person magic to your virtual event. I think that it is especially hard to find these technologies right now because I think this is honestly a huge opportunity for someone to create technology to really integrate in-person capabilities to a virtual event. So there are 4 platforms that I have found that I think can help that, but I think there's so much more potential to really create that magic. So the first platform I want to dive into is actually a platform I heard from Verizon Media that used this platform called FanGage, and I actually shouted them out in one of my Instagram stories, and you guys should definitely check them out. If you're planning to hold any VIP experiences where it involves, you know, a celebrity or influencer, you know, doing autographs or doing any kind of that sort, they do have more capabilities for this platform, but this FanGage allows you to upload a photo of you and your favorite celebrity, whatnot, and the celebrity can actually autograph it in real time. So I think this is an amazing experience because it is a great way to integrate that in-person magic of getting an autograph from someone, as you can see them writing it on the technology they have, and you can see it actually being written on the photo as well. So I think this is an amazing platform to really integrate that into VIP experiences. The second being a Spark AR Studio, which is a platform for you to create an AR filter for Instagram, and I think this is a great way to integrate, again, the in-person magic to your virtual event, because whether it's maybe a design layout or something that you just want your virtual attendees to see and really experience and maybe try to place it into their room, I think this is a great way to really, again, integrate that in-person magic. I know you guys probably have heard me talk about AR filters a lot. You know, Art Tech House just, you know, created one. You know, there's a lot of experiential events that revolve around AR filters to really create that experience and extend it digitally. So I think this is a great way to do that, and I just want to reemphasize that because I think that right now with the technology available, this is one of the best outlets to bring that in-person magic. The third being icebreaker.me, and I mentioned this too in one of my other videos, which is a virtual networking platform where you get to play, you know, basically speed networking game, and you get to be paired up with someone randomly, and you guys get to speak through Zoom or through your laptop for like 5 minutes, and it just automatically changes. And so this is a great way to actually create a virtual networking event. So the fourth technology I found is actually a capability that Agency EA can provide, and it's virtual broadcasting. And I'll show an example here so that you can see what it's about, and it's kind of easier to show than really explain it, but it's all about how they can broadcast you or someone else into any background, and it's almost like you can bring that in-person magic of like hosting a Q&A or hosting a game show, and you can see it in the example here, and it's really awesome to integrate that and be able to have more of that in-person feel versus just like screens of people on the computers. So it's almost like real life event. I really like this technology especially, and so that's only 4 technologies I was able to find that can integrate the in-person magic, and I think this just goes on to emphasize how much this is needed, this technology, to really integrate that in-person magic, because I think going forward there's always going to be a hybrid of in-person and virtual, and now that companies are going to be hosting more virtual events because it is a way to save costs, have a bigger audience, I think that this is something very, very huge to focus on and a very huge opportunity. And actually an idea I think I would like to see happen is actually, if you guys think about Me World, to throw back to the Wii days, and how there are actually your person characters in this one room with a bunch of everyone else. I think it'd be really cool to have that be a part of events, virtual events, by having you be able to walk up to another me and be able to chat them or to video call them. And it also reminds me of, even throwing it way back, is Club Penguin. And Club Penguin is where you're able to walk to any location in that penguin world, and you can go up to another penguin and press to chat to them. So I think this is really cool. I think maybe a feature that you can have in your virtual events, and I think this technology needs to be created for that. I bet you there's so many other ideas that can really better the experience, but I think that's just a really cool idea that I think can create a better networking experience, virtual experience. And so with that is my quick Trieu Talk, and I will talk to you guys next week.